So we're gonna be making Mongolian Beefless Soy curls. We're gonna start with our soy curls here. We're gonna hydrate up the soy curls. About these soy curls, they have all essential amino acids. They're gonna be great for bodybuilding, or for getting shredded, or getting lean, or building muscle. Whatever your goals are, soy curls are gonna be a great asset to those goals. Nutrition is the biggest part of getting lean and getting shredded. A lot of people think that they can outwork a poor diet, and that's absolutely not the case. I thought I could. I worked out with a trainer for about a year, and I wanted to quit after a year. I didn't really see much results, and I was like, man, I'm working hard, and I'm not getting any results, and I want to be done, and I'm paying a lot of money. The trainer, she gave me a meal plan, and she was like, your nutrition is gonna really play a big role in getting the results that you want to see. So I stuck to that meal plan, and I did that for about 5 months, and I trained for my very first bodybuilding competition. Of course, I wasn't vegan then, and while I did make a lot of progress and I did have some really good results, I still didn't place in that competition. I only got, if you really wanted to give me a place, I was probably about 8. In bodybuilding competitions, they only give you till place number 4, and then you don't get a trophy, you don't get anything. So I didn't get anything from that bodybuilding competition. And I thought, man, I'm never gonna do that again. That was hard, that was a lot of work, it was terrible. I'm definitely not gonna compete ever again. And then about a year later, my sister called me and she said, hey, I wanna go vegan. I saw a documentary called What the Health, and I'm gonna go vegan for health reasons. And I was like, that's extreme, man. That's crazy. Like, that's a little much. Like, you know, you gotta get your protein. You gotta get your protein, bud. And she was like, no, I'm gonna do it. I'm committed, I'm dedicated. And I was scared for her. So I did a lot of research and I really looked into it. What I found was it was a very healthy diet. And I found that you can get all of the protein that you need from plants. What I'm putting in here is not beef bouillon cube. That's gonna give you a good flavor for your soy curls. Tastes even better because no cows were hurt. So I did my research and I learned a lot about it, and I wanted to go vegan. I took a couple of months. Thought, you know, where am I gonna get my protein? Because yes, all vegetables, all plants have protein, some of it, a little bit. But if you look at a serving of broccoli, you're only gonna get about 1 gram or 2 of protein, and then the rest of your calories are coming from carbs. And as a bodybuilder, yeah, you're gonna need carbs, but you don't wanna get too much. And so that's when I started learning a lot about nutrition. I'm a certified nutrition sport coach. I've gotten my nutrition certification from the National Metabolic Academy of Science. I help people learn their nutrition. I help them get shredded as vegans. And I also help people who just want to get shredded. I have a client, she's been working with me about a year now. She's lost 36 pounds and she was like, I'm not interested in being vegan, but I see the results you get. I said, okay, that's fine. And so we've been working for a little while, and after a couple months, she was like, you know, I'm liking the results, and I'm like, I'm liking them too. But I think what would be better is if instead of you ate eggs in the morning, so instead of you getting all that cholesterol, let's switch it to like a tofu scramble. Get you all 9 of your essential amino acids, no cholesterol, none of that heavy fats. And she was like, oh, and I was like, yeah, because you know, eggs are chicken periods. That's kind of gross, man. And she was like, yeah, you're right. That is kind of gross. That's the one way where I really help transition people slowly. I mean, everyone's on their own journey. Everyone's on their own path. Well, because they're like, oh, I don't want to be vegan because that group can judge people sometimes. And it happens with a lot of groups. But a lot of times I like to tell people that vegan is joy. When you're choosing vegan, you're choosing joy. You're choosing life. You're choosing love. You're choosing love for yourself, love for your body, love for the animals. So that's what I really like to promote. Getting these all hydrated up here. Work with clients, I teach them their macronutrition. So with your macronutrients, the one way that you can really learn those is with an app, and it's called MyFitnessPal. It's absolutely free. Get your phone out right now. You can pull up MyFitnessPal, and you set up an account, and it teaches you all about your nutrition. It's a great way to track your food. And when I get a new client, I teach them to track for an entire week, and that's how we learn where their metabolic rate is. That's how I can figure out what their metabolism is and where they're at for just maintaining their weight. And then I introduce them the Klomsky method. And with that method, that's when I break down how much protein are we needing to reach your goal, how much carbs, how much fats, because everyone's going to be different. If your goal is to be a sprinter, you're not going to want as much protein as I eat. You're going to probably eat a little bit less protein than I eat. If your goal is to be a bodybuilder and you're a dude, you're going to eat a lot more protein than me because you got a bigger body mass. We go based off of the recommended daily amount of protein, and we also double that for bodybuilding. Or if you're just doing running, sprinting, we keep it right there at the recommended daily amount. We also break down your fats. We do about 30% to 20% of your fats, and that's how we figure out that. And then the rest of your calories are going to be allotted to your carbohydrates. So that's really going to help you hit your goals. Hey, Jyoti! The reason I chose soy curls, again, it's really high in protein for the soy. It's got all essential amino acids. It's going to be really great for getting shredded, getting lean, and building your body. So I'm just breaking up the not beef bouillon cube. Some rice, which is going to be a great carbohydrate. It's a complex carbohydrate. It's got a little bit of protein in it, and it's got a lot of stuff for building muscle. And then I've also got broccoli here. That's going to have a lot of your micronutrients. Some people will be like, okay, I'm going to go vegan, and I'm just going to take out, my meat. And then they're lacking their protein. And so then they'll go, okay, I'll just go to Burger King and I'll just get an Impossible Whopper. But when you're just getting an Impossible Whopper, you're not getting a lot of your nutrients that you need. If you look up an Impossible Whopper on MyFitnessPal, you'll see that it doesn't have very much nutrients. So you're going to want to add in maybe some beans, maybe some tofu, maybe some seitan in with that, so you're getting a lot more nutrition, more nutrients. I'm not saying an Impossible Burger is bad. I enjoy an Impossible Burger here and there, but I want to keep a healthy and balanced diet. So that's why you're going to want to add more things into your diet that are full of nutrients. Get my onions first. So most of the time when I cook at home, I cook things very, very simple. If I was cooking this for myself at home, it would have just been like a quarter of the bouillon cube, the soy curls, and then rice and broccoli. That's it. Maybe some seasoning, maybe some onion and garlic. But since I'm doing this for y'all, I'm gonna step it up a little bit. I'm gonna get a little fancy on you. I'm gonna get my onions all nice and chopped. I usually like to start with a non-calorie stick spray. I didn't bring that today, so we're gonna use a little bit of sesame seed oil. Now, a lot of, especially even vegans, they'll give oil a bad rap. They'll be like, oh, it's terrible for you, don't eat it, it's awful. And I think any food in moderation is going to be good for you. Sesame seed oil, it does a lot for fighting inflammation, it does a lot for helping your immune system, and it does a lot for blocking UV rays for the sun, helping your skin, creating your cells and building them. So sesame seed oil in moderation is going to be good. A big reason why a lot of people don't like oils is because it's a lot of calories for a little bit. I mean, you don't get full off of oil. So if you keep it in moderation, it's going to be good. Also, some oils are more processed. The quality is not there. So if you're thinking just canola oil, it's going to be more processed. It's not going to provide a lot of those health benefits for you. I'll throw my onions on the skillet. The onions are going to provide a lot of flavor, going to give you a lot of micronutrients, a lot of different vitamins. You can put it in your MyFitnessPal, see what vitamins it gives you. We're also going to chop up some garlic. That's also going to give you some vitamins, some micronutrients. And how I like to chop up my garlic is I like to take the side of my blade and just smush it on my garlic. You can hear the nice sizzle of the onions, nice fragrant aroma. See, cooking, it's a lot more than just your nutrition. Cooking it can be therapeutic. I love getting in the kitchen and spending time prepping my meals, knowing that I'm feeding myself, feeding my loved ones, and fueling my body. So we're gonna throw that garlic in there, So a lot of time when people tell me, hey, I don't have time to cook, I'm like, yeah, you can make time to cook. And it's going to be very healthy and very beneficial for you, not only for your body, but also for your mind. It gives you another skill that you learn. So we're gonna let those cook up my Instagram, and you can see a lot of my clients' transformations. So you can see one of my clients, she's lost about 38 pounds just by tracking her nutrition. You know, we didn't change anything super drastically. We tracked her nutrition, we had a plan. We also will do a step goal with her, and then we also do workouts. She does a workout 3 times a week, so it's nothing crazy drastic that you have to change absolutely everything. So, and in that app, she gets to see her workouts, she gets to put in how many reps she did, she gets to put in how much weight she did. And also with that app, I can be able to see that she's on top of tracking her stuff, see that she's actually putting in her meals and she's tracking her macros and getting those results. Because when people hire a trainer, they want the results, and that's what we deliver. So a little bit about myself. The reason why I'm doing this bodybuilding and why I do coaching is because I was a bigger girl. In high school, I was over 200 pounds. And a lot of people won't believe that to look at me, but I'll tell you, you know what, I got a lot of stretch marks right here. There's a lot of them. I haven't had any kids, I've never been pregnant, but I got a lot of stretch marks. But I also got abs. So that's a big reason why I do coaching, is because I've made a big difference in my life, and I want to help other people get that difference in theirs. And when I started working out and I started with my weight loss goals, I was killing myself in the gym. I was, running, I was sprinting, I was doing all those hard classes and wasn't seeing the results, and all those HIIT workouts. And you don't need to do that. Honestly, 80% of it is going to be your nutrition. It's going to be how much you walk, and that's about it. And accountability, that's a big part about my coaching, is I give accountability. So it depends on the person and their needs. I can check in with you once a week, or I can check in with you every single day. It depends on you, it's your journey, and what you need. This is Tiffany, she's my lovely assistant. There you go, good job. She also runs the Food Tour V with me. She's a tour guide for the Food Tour V as well as I am. We are licensed to tour in St. Augustine, and we do a vegan food tour. All the food that we show you is plant-based. And a lot of people are like, oh, I don't know, but it's not all salads, I promise. We got a nice cheese plate with wine. We do tacos, we do donuts, we do ice cream popsicles, things like that. So it's a really fun tour. And if you're just veg curious or thinking about it, or want to visit St. Augustine and learn a lot about the history, this is a great tour for you. These onions are getting nice and fragrant. A lot of times when I'm cooking for people, my recipe for this smells good is onions and garlic. You saute that up, you make anything savory with it, people are gonna like it. We've talked a lot about the importance of nutrition, and we've talked a lot about the importance of protein for your goals and carbohydrates and fats for your goals. But what I haven't really touched on a lot is the workouts. So a lot of people are intimidated by going to a gym, and I'm not gonna lie, I'm one of those people. I'm not a huge fan of going to a gym, especially women. I mean, it can feel like a meat market sometimes, and that's the last thing we want, is to get hit on. So a lot of my clients will work out at home. Some of them have dumbbells, and some of them just have body weight. And I take them through compound movements. Because a lot of people will be like, no, I'll just go to the gym and do those workouts and just sit down and do the machines. And the machines are good. They've got a great purpose, but that's not what they're for. A lot of us live an isolated lifestyle. We sit down when we work, or sedentary, yeah. And we sit down when we're, watching TV, and we sit down even, in this presentation, most of us. And so the last thing you want to do is, when you're working out, is sitting down. Compound movements is what you're really going to want to focus on. The squats, the deadlifts, the bench presses. I mean, heck, that's what Arnold Schwarzenegger, that's all he focuses on. So that's why I take my clients through those compound movements. I also teach them the mobility, give them the empowerment to do those movements and do them correctly, do them with the right tempo. So when you're just going to the gym and doing the machines, you're cheating yourself out of the results. And yeah, those machines are great for after you've done those compound movements and to really isolate those muscles and to get the icing on the cake or burn out those muscles. But that's not going to be your only and your starting point. You're really going to need to focus on those compound movements, have someone helping you. What is your tempo? What is your reps? And making sure that you're getting better each time that you go to the gym. So you're tracking that. You're tracking, okay, so last week I did, 12 reps. This week I'm going to do one more rep. And a lot of people are like, oh man, isn't that frustrating to track all that? And I'm like, I don't know. Is tracking like your bank statements frustrating? Is tracking, your kids frustrating? There's a lot of things that we track in our lives, but oftentimes we don't track the most important thing, which is our health and our body. Because you can make more money next month, but you can't make another body next month. That's why it's really important to be on top of those things, understand them, and track those things. My favorite way to get the avocado is I just slice it in half. I take my knife, give it a twist, and then my seeds right on out. You cut it while it's still in its little skin. Cut it across long ways, cut it across diagonally. So I'm gonna throw on my broccoli. I just steamed this broccoli this morning. I threw in some red pepper, some garlic, some onion, some black pepper, some salt, and a lot of herbs is gonna be your secret to a powerful, tasty veggie. Plus, I love that sizzly sound. And a really tender cooked broccoli is going to be the preferred way to cook the broccoli. My husband's smiling here in the audience because when I used to first start to cook for him, I'd just throw it in the microwave and it was still a little bit hard. And he was like, baby, I can't eat this. It's too healthy. And I was like, I get that. So we got to cook it a little bit. And even cooking it, people will say, you lose your nutrients. You're still eating very healthy. You're not eating junk food. So as Tiffany said, if it's what's going to get it in you, cook it how you like it. Cook it the way you're going to eat it. Because buying all these frozen vegetables and just having them in the freezer isn't going to do you any good. Now we're going to add some liquid aminos. I like the liquid aminos better than soy sauce. One, because it's gluten-free. Not that I have anything wrong with gluten. I love gluten, but some people, their stomachs can't process it, and they can work with a nutritionist and get that processed out. I recommend people to about 2 different nutritionists that I know that can help them with that, but I'm going to keep this one gluten-free today. I also like liquid aminos because it's lower in sodium than most soy sauces. And as an athlete, I love sodium. It's going to push that water right into my muscles and give me a better pump after the gym. But as someone with, say, maybe health issues, who has high blood pressure or heart issues, sodium is not going to be very good for them. And they're going to want to keep a lower sodium profile. I just use it to taste, but if I'm tracking my macros and I'm using it for my personal self, I just look at the nutrition label and I look at the serving size and I put it in my macros and I see how it fits for my day. So I cook a lot of my food based on how it's going to fit within my macro goals. So I usually would only use maybe a teaspoon or half a teaspoon, because a lot of people don't even look at the nutrition labels on foods. They don't understand it and they don't know anything about it. But that's going to be a big thing that's really going to help you understand your nutrition. So that's what I really teach. And especially with the sausage, people don't think about condiment sausage or even drinks that have a lot of calories in them and that can really slow down their body goals. We're gonna dump in our soy curls. It's getting full. Did we mention vegans are big eaters? We got a lot of food here, so everybody come on over and get some free food. So with sodium being something that you want to be mindful of, in your MyFitnessPal, the free app that I was telling you about, you can open it up, and when you track your food, it's going to tell you how much sodium is in those foods. As just a healthy, regular person, you're going to want to get enough sodium. So that can be my problem sometimes, because sometimes I eat way too much whole foods and I'm not getting enough sodium. And for myself, I can start to feel it in my face. My lip will start to tingle. I'll be like, okay, I know I haven't eaten enough sodium today. And you can look at how much sodium you're getting in that MyFitnessPal and know what your goals are. So as an athlete, I try to go about 100 milligrams over the recommended limit for just a regular, everyday healthy person. And for someone with heart issues, you want to get half of the sodium that they recommend. Hey, welcome. We're doing a cooking demo.
What are you cooking?
We are cooking not beef soy curls with onions, garlics, ginger, broccoli, and I got some rice here as well. The reason why I chose soy curls is because it is a protein with all 9 essential amino acids. I do bodybuilding as a vegan. I have for about 3 years now. I also do weight loss coaching. I have an app where I help clients learn how to calculate their nutrition, learn their nutrition, and make it a lifestyle. You can see on my social medias and my website, you can see a lot of my clients' transformations and testimonials. You'll see a lot of my clients, one of them, she's lost about 36 pounds in about 6 months, and then she kept it off for the next 6 months. And you can see some of my clients where they start and they're not eating enough food. They start out with me, they're eating about 1,200 calories a day, and we get their calories all the way up to 2,000 calories while either maintaining weight or losing weight based on their goals. So my name is Becky. I run Botanically Building, the weight loss coaching. We also run, Tiffany and I, Food Tour V, and we're a plant-based food tour in St. Augustine. And you can get more information about that if you scan our QR codes and see our social medias and our websites.
Those are really nice because they are shelf stable for a long time.
Yeah.
Dry,
They're great for traveling too. A lot of times when I travel and I want to stay on top of my nutrition, I'll bring soy curls with me, and then all I need is water to hydrate them up. And then I'll bring like a bouillon cube and give it my flavor. I order them online, but you can also get them at health food stores and also Grassroots. You can get it at Grassroots over here. Some extra seasonings that I'm going to throw on. You're welcome. Thank you.
It smells great.
Awesome. We're getting ready to plate it up here soon. So I'm also going to put a little bit of avocado in each one, and that's going to give you your healthy fats for the meal. This is going to give you all of your macronutrients in a healthy meal. It's going to give you a nice balance. It's going to give you a lot of protein, a lot of micronutrients, a lot of vitamins, minerals. It's going to give you your fats from the avocado, your protein with the soy curls, and your nice complex carbs with the rice. And I tell all my clients the abs are made in the kitchen, okay? You can tone up, you can add muscle in the gym, but 80% of it is going to be your nutrition. So that's why I thought, you know what, a cooking demo is going to be really powerful.
It's you.
So Botanically Building is my coaching, with my coaching app and my coaching business. And then the Food Tour V is our food tour that we run together in St. Augustine.
Can I take one?
Yes, please.
Thank you. Glad I met you guys. I'm really
Yeah,
excited
it's nice to meet
try
you.
this
I'm
stuff.
Becky. What's your name?
Oh, my name's Doug.
Hey, Doug. Nice
Pleasure.
to meet
And your
you.
name?
Hi, Tiffany.
Tiffany.
So here we go. There's our macronutrient bowl. Oh, I forgot the avocado in this one. Not beef Mongolian macronutrient bowl. Mongolian. There you go. Your not beef Mongolian macronutrient bowl.